Hello, hello. If you're watching this shortly when it's released here, you'll know that it is getting to be cooler outside. It is fall. I love the change of seasons. I love jeans weather, but it is cool. So it is a little bit of a shock to the system at the same time. So taking some time to just check in with our mindfulness moment. Let's start by maybe just reflecting on what kind of week have you had? How's your week been? Um, I think, periodically doing kind of like a weekly check-in to see how am I? How's my energy level? Emotionally, where's my week been at? Um, what do I maybe need to fill my cup, restore? What has been really energizing? What's made me smile? Trying to do that type of reflection can be really helpful. I've previously learned the 5 S's as a way to reflect on your week, on your month, whenever you happen to be reflecting. So I'm going to share the 5 S's with you now, and then I'll also send this as a document if you're in the group. So I have a monthly mindfulness membership group. If you're wanting to learn more about that, feel free to just go to the website, mariaservice.com, and you can contact me. But the 5 S's. So it's a way of reflecting and thinking, what is something new that I've started? So this tends to be what's like a healthy habit, what's something new that I've done this week or this month, again, depending on the time period you're reflecting on. Is there something new you've started? Or maybe like a new conversation that came into your life, a person, or whatever that may be, but something new that you've started. Reflection number 2 of the 5 S's is what's something you're trying to stop. So is there an unhealthy thought pattern? Is there an unhealthy habit? Is there maybe just some obstacle that was getting you stuck that you've become aware of and you're trying to stop? You're trying to decrease it. So what's something maybe you're trying to stop? The third of the 5 S's is what is something that you would maybe give yourself a pat on the back for that you've been able to sustain? So, is there something that you've been really working on and you're proud of yourself because you've been more consistent with it? You're sustaining it. So, for example, maybe it's a mindfulness practice. Maybe it's you want to give yourself a pat on the back because you've been doing better with sustaining, not reaching for your phone at night and having a book instead. Or maybe it's instead of reaching for a glass of wine this week, you've been reaching for a sparkling water. Whatever that is, maybe just reflecting on what's something that you've been consistent in, something you've been able to sustain. The 4th S is what shifts have you made? So I for the 4th S shift, I tend to think of more like mindset shifts. What is maybe like a new thing that like you were just like, whoa, like you brought light to it recently and it's been just like a total mindset shift or a life shift or whatever that is. So any new shifts in your life, aha moments perhaps. And then lastly, what are you smiling about? What has made you smile? What makes you smile? But yeah, in the last week, what's made you smile? So those are the 5 S's that can be fun to do. You may not see as much change week to week, but maybe once a month in each quarter. It's something that you could technically even apply to business professional world, but that's just an idea. So maybe just take a moment to reflect. I will say that in this changing of seasons, and it's been a little bit crazier, I've just really been reflecting on how does all this change impact me and how do I need to then maybe add in more rest breaks or just be mindful of how I'm spending my time and my energy. I have some upcoming fall classes that I'm really excited about. If you're watching this, you can go to mariaservice.com/classes to find out about those as well. Okay. So after you've reflected, let's connect in, and we're actually going to add a little bit of body-based movement here. So we're going to you could do this a couple different ways. You could do this kind of from a seated position. We're going to kind of go into a seated cat-cow. You could also do this on all fours as like a regular cat-cow pose from yoga. But right now I'm going to do it from a seated, and I might do it from the side just so you can see. So this can be a great way to connect with your breath, connect to this moment right here. And also, maybe again, if you tend to know that you carry your stress or any tension in your shoulders, this is going to help loosen that up, and it's good for your posture as well. So let's go into it together. So we're going to inhale, and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades back, bringing head up to the ceiling. Now when we exhale, round your back, round everything, gaze goes down. Inhale and exhale. Let's do that together 3 times at least. Whew. All right. How did that feel in your body? As I mentioned, that was really just a variation of cat-cow, opening up the chest, looking up, rounding and looking down. But know that you also could have done that kind of in typical cat-cow. So if you do have a yoga mat or you're on the floor, you could also do inhale, exhale, round your back. So just know that you could take that to that full cat-cow as well. What I love about that one is I want you to reflect when you do that pose is, again, try to anchor into your body. So if you're using this as your mindfulness moment today, obviously you could also do it, as I mentioned, just for posture. It's a good exercise. But if you're using this for your mindfulness moment, as you're doing that movement, I really want you to try to focus on how does this feel in my body? Focus on, opening of the chest, squeezing your shoulder blades, and then the rounding. And really pairing your breath to that. So inhaling, exhaling. And as always, your mind is a known wanderer. We know that, and we don't want to get upset when your mind wanders. Instead, we just want to notice that and gently and kindly bring your focus back to your anchor, back to within, back to the movement, whatever that is. So feel free to use this video a couple times, maybe in the next couple of days. As always, you can mute and then just watch it and kind of do it with me. I hope you have a great weekend.